What's going on, everybody? My name is Nugget. This is my co-host Mwest, and this needs to be addressed. We're going to be talking about the Twitch Partner Plus program. That is the Twitch Partner Plus program. I'm trying to say that 3 times fast. So that is a program for streamers that has gotten the internet all riled up. And I'm gonna pass it over to West to kind of go more in depth into that.
The Plus program entry at 350 plus points for partners only. They've opened it up to affiliates and partners, right? So at 100 points, you'll get a 60-40 split. At 300 points, you'll get a 70-30 split. And this is open up to affiliates and partners that can benefit from this, right? But there's some small caveats with this. They can't be gifted subs, and you have to be doing this for at least 3 months to be
How do
able
you
to.
get points? I don't think you said. How do you get points?
How do you get points? The points are from subs, right? So one sub is 2 points, a tier 2 sub is 2 points, and a tier 3 sub is 6 points, right? So that's how
Tier
they
one's on
calculate
there.
points. Tier 1's on there. Tier 1 is 1 point. And if you look
Okay.
at your creator dashboard, you'll actually see a small section at the top that is tell you your points, right? How many points you have for the month. I'm just saying your boy got 1,000 points. I'm just
Really?
joking.
You have
No, I
1,000
don't. No.
Oh.
I wish, man. The other thing that they're doing is for partners now, they're removing the 70-30 cap. So at $100,000 within a 12-month period, if you're a partner, you would lose your 70-30 split and it would go to 50-50. And right now they removed that cap and you keep your 70-30 split even after you hit 100K. So that's gone. And then the small little thing that they're taking away from us that we didn't realize was Prime Sub Gaming. So they're making it a fixed rate. But when we look at that fixed rate, if a sub is $5, we should ultimately get $2.50. But in the US, we are now getting $2.25. So they've stolen 25 cents from us. I think Twitch isn't a great place for you to make money from, but this is an incentive and a step in the right direction. And so I'm looking at it, the glass half full, rose-colored glasses. What do you think, Nug?
It's a scam. It's all a scam, bro. It's a scam and a waste of time. And you've been hoodwinked, led astray, bamboozled. Gotcha. That's what Twitch said right now. Gotcha, bitch. Man, I can't believe it. Look, for those of you guys, who just heard West, and you're probably thinking that sounds good. Okay, let me tell you the real. This is the raw, uncut what the Twitch Partner Plus program is. You have to get 100 sub points for 3 months straight. So let's say that the most people that sub to you will give you a tier 1 sub, a $5 sub, right? That's the bare minimum. So let's do the bare minimum, right? One $5 sub per person 100 times. So we'll say that's 500. So you need what? $500, right? Because that's 100 points at $5 a sub. That's $500. 3 months consecutively, that's $1,500. You need to have $1,500 of income for you then to unlock a 60-40 split. Mind you, that initial $1,500 is going to be cut in half from Twitch when they take their cut. So you're going to make $1,500. They're going to take $750, and then they're going to say, "Hey, thanks for the $750, Bucko. In return, I'm going to reward you with 60-40 split." Man, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Not to mention, majority of the streamers out there who are making this amount of subs per month, they're already partner, and they probably already were getting that 60-40 split anyway, right? Or like it's just, that's a lot to put on people. I understand that they're trying new things, but that's a lot to put on a lot of creators. And I think what's going to happen is a lot of small creators aren't going to do the research that you and I are doing, aren't going to really put the numbers behind it, and just going to say, "Yay, I'm trying to grind to get this 60-40 split," not knowing that it's a carrot on the end of the stick. Like it's like that Geico commercial. "Oh, you almost had it. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that." Like with the dollar. It's like man, like that I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. But like you said, Twitch is not a source for get rich quick, right? Twitch is not a great source for income because you're so dependent on the
Right.
generosity of others to give you money. We're in like what they're calling like a miniature recession. There's all these different layoffs.
Yep.
There are so
Yep.
many things going on into the world that right now is not the time to be pushing to try to get $500 worth of donations every damn month. It's just not sustainable. So I don't want to sound like I'm rating on anyone's parade, but I'm being realistic.
I disagree with you all the way, right? So I think like you're gonna get you're streaming on Twitch and you're already just getting 50-50, right? And nothing says that you have to have 60-40. It's just there. Should you happen to make it, should you be more successful on Twitch, there's a small incentive or there's some extra step for you to climb. I'm not a partner yet, but I can stand to make some extra cash. And I know small streamers in my area that are doing very well that will be able to hit this. Me personally, I get maybe 60 to 70 subs a month on average. Without trying, I'm not asking for it. And it just happens, right? By being consistent and being there, right? So I think these things are there, they're available for you. But I don't feel like, man, Twitch has put this 60-40 and now this is the thing that I actively have to do. My main focus
But
on
that's
Twitch is just being consistent and being there and having a good time.
you're speaking from you. A lot of people that were rooting for this and talking about this, at least in the discourses that I've seen,
Right.
like on social media and discourse and things, there are people who are believing, hey, I can get 60-40, which you can, but just understand that you're gonna have to have an amazing month. So, like you said, you get an average of 60 subs per month, correct? What's, if you don't mind sharing, what's like the most subs that you can remember you got in one month?
Maybe
If you don't,
80, maybe 80 or 90 or something
so
like
not
that. I've gotten
100.
really close. No, I've never hit
You've gotten
100.
close. You've
Gotten
never
pretty
hit 100
close.
subs, and you've been doing this for 3 years.
Coming up on 3 years. Yeah.
So in 3 years, you're somebody who I consider a great streamer. You have great averages in your stream. We'll say you're a mid-sized somebody. You're doing better than most small streamers. We'll say that. Is that fair? You're doing a lot better than most small streamers. You've never hit 100. So
No,
imagine
not yet.
all the little Timmies out there who are doing worse off than you, who are
Uh-huh.
just like, I'm gonna push for like 100 subs a month is nothing to sneeze at. Like you're saying, well, it's just there just in case I hit it. Well, hell, what's the point of just in case? Why are you putting it there if it's just in case? You're putting it there because you want people to push for it because you're broke and you want us to help you get more money. That's what it's there for. If we have an incentive for 60-40 and we all push for 60-40, like I just told you the math, if you get that 500 sub or that 100 sub point mark,
Right.
that's $750 that they take from you. Something
But
to think about, man.
what was it? What was it last week? Last week it was just 50-50. So whether or not you got to 100 subs, it was 50-50. And now it just happens to change to 60-40. But it's like with Kick, right? We're talking about Twitch, but here's an example from Kick. The 90-10 split. But if you're not getting any subs, if you're not getting people to follow you, if you're not doing any of that stuff, it doesn't make a difference, right? If you're not in this place where you're doing well on Twitch or you're bringing in folks and you're consistent and all the stuff that it takes to get there, you're never going to see this anyway. And yesterday was 50-50 and today it's 60-40. The money's there if you want to work for it or push for it or go extra hard, but if you don't and you're happy with what you're doing. But honestly, again, my point is, and that's why we're doing this type of podcast, and that's why this needs to be addressed. Twitch isn't the ideal place for you to make money. It has potential to make some money, but if this is what you're looking at as your primary source of income and you want to get rich from Twitch, stop. Stop. Get some help. Tricks. No disrespect to anybody that wants to do this professionally and
No,
on a
no
bigger scale, but
disrespect.
yeah.
This is disrespect. This is me speaking to you out there, little Timmy or whoever. Be realistic, okay? Be realistic. Again, and this is to M West too. M West just told me that he's never hit 100, and Twitch wants him to hit 100, not once, not twice, but 3 times consecutively. You gotta have your best month ever 3 months in a row. Man, stop it. Like, come on.
Uh,
Like,
uh,
I get what you're saying. I get it.
mhm.
It's better than nothing. We could say a lot of things out here are better than nothing, but damn it, they could have done better than this. If they really wanted to make a difference, then why not just give 60-40 with less terms? Why are we taking away gifted subs? Why are we saying that gifted subs
Right.
don't count towards your 100 points? Why are we saying prime subs don't? Like, you're not trying to help us. So that's another thing. And then you're incentivizing. I see a lot of creators now saying, hey, I need more tier 2 and tier 3 subs to get to my 100 point. Like you're giving us, that's why I keep saying carrot on a stick. You're taking away things, and then you're asking for more money or incentivizing the people to pay more money under the guise of, hey, if you work really hard, you get a 60-40 split. That's not fair, man. That's helping the company because they need bread. They're broke. The CEO told us last week that
He
they're not
he
profitable right now.
he did.
I respect Dan for being honest. And so as a business mind, when I hear that the company needs money, and then you start rolling out all this new shit that's essentially going to be bringing in more money,
Hmm.
2 and 2 equals 4, man.
Well, I just want to say this, right? I Twitch has been doing something that I've been asking for. This didn't come from me. This wasn't my idea. They've been doing these segments where the Twitch CEO and a few other people will show up on Twitch and talk about these different things, right? And so I don't think this was implemented and rolled out right with all this small fine print where you have to hit 100 subs for 3 months in a row. Like in a single month, if you have a wild month and you get to 100 points, you should automatically get the 60-40, right? So I
Right.
100% agree with that point. I don't like how they have it broken out into all these little terms and conditions. But I do feel like, and I do feel like as my stream grows and as I get more comfortable and things are happening, I feel like, I may not be partner, but here's an opportunity for me to make more money. And that's kind of the lane where I see it going. Like, right, it's been 3 years and I'm still not there yet, but in a few months or I don't know, somewhere, I think that it will be a possibility. So I'll get some extra money before I even become a partner. And I think that's where this kind of shines. And I think this will be rolled back or updated or modified and changed. And none of these things are set in stone. These are some new things that they're trying. And
Well,
again, rosy colored glasses, glass half full. I hope it changes and gets
right.
better.
And I appreciate we have a good dynamic because we look at things differently.
Right.
But to your last point there, you're shooting for a partner. Hopefully you get a partner. If you get partner, why do you need this program? Well, because don't partners get like access like anyway or early or easier than affiliates, or is it all the same now?
No, partners are going to part in. So they didn't have a clear roadmap in the beginning for partners, and so partners were like, "Well, how do I get the 70-30 split?" Some had it, some didn't, and now this is a clear roadmap for the Plus program, which says if you're a partner and you're getting 300 subs, you automatically get the 70-30 split. So all of this is to kind of clearly define things that some people negotiated a really nice contract, some people had a shitty contract, and these are the things that are put in place. So even after you become a partner, you don't get these things. So you can be a partner and you're still getting 50-50. But if you hit 300 subs or 300 points for a given month as a partner, you'd get 70-30.
And that's the thing. And I don't want it to sound like I'm just crapping on Twitch because I that's my preferred platform to stream. I just think that it's our job as streamers and content creators to inform other people who wanted to get into this that
Right,
this is not a get rich quick scheme. We're not trying to tell you not to go for it. Shoot for your dreams. It's just
right,
money needs to be on the back burner of your mind. And any content creator out there that's doing big things will tell you the exact same thing. Hasanat says it. He's one of the biggest on Twitch right now. Ninja says it. Like anybody that you can think of that's big in content will tell you, hey, get into this if you love it, but if you're here for money, that's not it. And that's why we're talking about this, because I think
you're right,
that even when we have these conversations, it's in one ear out the other for so many creators who are just in this for the money. I see it all
right.
the time. People are legitimately in this for the money, and I think it's predatory by Twitch to prey on that in the sense of, hey, we know people want more money. We know people want better splits. We know that, splits are a big thing. People are tired of 50-50. So here, no more 50-50. And then, like you said, in the fine print, you got to get you a little magnifying glass and read the terms and conditions. And there it is.
Yeah, yeah, I do think that part isn't not everything that they roll out is always well done. I think with the us starting to do some of the hosting on our end when it comes to I guess I forgot what it's called. When you go onto somebody's the encoding, right? So
Oh yeah,
Dan
encoding.
said specifically that with this new rollout, some people will be taking on encoding themselves so that everyone gets encoding, and that's going to have some cost savings. They also let go a huge amount of their staff, and they did that in, I think, Korea and some other places. So some additional cost savings. And then with that, they brought some of those cost savings forward. And so I think they're trying to take some steps to get their company back afloat, because then they're not profitable. And so I kind of see where we're saving some money. We're trying to introduce some new things. We're trying to make people happy. We have groups like, or companies like Kick. And so there's some competition there for talents and things like that. So I think they're trying, and they're
Don't
going
get me
to
started
eventually
on
figure it
Twitch.
out.
I I'll say this. I again, no issues with Twitch. I understand that they are a business, they're doing the best that they
Right.
can. There's so many things that go on in the background that you and I have no knowledge of. And I respect the hell out of Dan Clancy. I've met him. He's a very nice, down to earth guy, very
Hmm.
friendly. He's always talking. He's trying, and I appreciate him for even being transparent and going on Twitch and saying, "Hey, this is what's going on. Hey, the company is not what." Like, I respect him for doing those things. I'm not mad at him for doing his
Right.
job or anybody for doing their job. I'm just saying, as a whole, these are things that have to be addressed. These are things that are important to be addressed. These are good things or good conversations. And sometimes you have to question things or point out things, and
Hmm.
that's just what it is. And the company isn't making a lot of money, and I'm not going to say that's okay, but I feel like that's obvious because I
Right.
streaming itself is not profitable because you're so reliant on
Yep.
people to give money. The whole thing only works if people are coming and giving money. But I do want to say another thing as far as their money issues, right?
Hmm.
Shout out to another creator, terrible gaming.
Okay.
TG was streaming, and he was saying that Twitch does a terrible job with marketing themselves. And the more I
Mm.
thought about it, and he was throwing out all the different things that they could be doing, he was like, how often do you see a Twitch commercial? How often do you sign on to your Amazon page and see Twitch anything?
Ooh.
How often do you see just anything that incentivizes you to check out Twitch? Why don't we see those things? He said, NFL, Amazon Prime has NFL games on Thursdays. Why not take, the post game conferences and say, hey, after the game, if you want to see the post game conferences, they'll be on Twitch. Twitch. Why not have why not do these things to bring people to the platform? And shout out to Terrible Gaming, shout out to TG, man. That was an excellent take, and I
Mhm.
I couldn't agree more. As far as we're talking about money issues, well, what could the company be doing better on their end with their marketing, so you're not asking creators to bring in more subs? I it's just a thought, food for thought.
I gotta go do some homework. I don't know. That is a good point. I don't see Twitch being marketed anywhere, and I'd have to research that on my own to see what's going on. That's interesting.
Yep, yep, yep. So that was all I had, man. I thought it was a great conversation.
Hmm.
Great
Hmm.
discourse. Hey, Dan, if you're watching this, we'd love to have you on, and you can explain more about why we're wrong and we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
All right, now you want to take us home?
Yep, yep. So this has been This Needs to Be Addressed with Nugget and Mwest. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you wanted to know more about us or reach out to us in some way, form, or fashion, we are on all social medias. You can find me at Yo Nut Gaming on all platforms. What about you, Wes?
Only look for me on Twitch at MWEST. You see it below. But all links will be posted in the description below. Please like and subscribe and all that jazz. And we will catch you next time.
All right, have a good one, everybody.